Hello, this is Sonya Hines with Spotlight, and today my guest is Deborah Moore. She is the editor-in-chief of the Posen Library of Jewish Culture and Civilization. And today she will be talking to us about Holocaust Remembrance Day, which is today, January 27th. Welcome, Deborah.
Thank you, Sonya. It's lovely to be here.
So please tell us about this Remembrance Day.
This is a day that marked the liberation of Auschwitz, which was a huge camp in Poland set up by Nazi Germany, where many hundreds of thousands of Jews were murdered. It was also a slave labor camp at the same time, where other inmates were worked to death, some of them as well being Jews. And the liberation of Auschwitz marked the beginning of the end of these death camps, the changing of the tide of World War II. It happened in 1945 by the Soviet military. It's a moment, I think, not just to think about the death camps themselves, but to think about genocide and what the successful effort, unfortunately, to murder 6 million Jews can teach us today about our responsibilities as citizens, as members of a community that is opposed to genocide. One of the wonderful things in the Posen Library of Jewish Culture and Civilization, for which I serve as editor-in-chief, is the rich array of resources that are available for individuals for free online. If you go to posenlibrary.com, you can find these examples of Jewish poetry, of Jewish writing, some of it done during the Holocaust itself that was saved by being buried underground, for example, in the Warsaw Ghetto and later excavated. Some of it reflections by survivors on what they experienced. There's art as well as poetry, memoir, fictional accounts, very moving and very diverse forms of Jewish expression. So it seems to me one of the wonderful ways to commemorate and to remember the Holocaust is to engage with the voices of those men and women and even some children who lived through those years, who suffered that persecution, and who wrote for us today to remember them.
Again, my guest is Deborah Moore. She's the editor-in-chief of the Posen Library of Jewish Culture and Civilization. She's also a professor and an author. Deborah, thank you again for sharing with us about Holocaust Remembrance Day.
Thank you.
My name is Sonya Hines. You're listening to Spotlight. Thanks again for listening.
Spotlight, a public affairs program of the Mars Hill Network. Opinions expressed are not necessarily those of the Mars Hill staff, management, or board of directors. Inquiries and suggestions are welcome. Email them to spotlight@marshillnetwork.org or regular mail to Spotlight in care of Mars Hill Network, 4044 Mackayes Road. That's spelled Makyes, 13215.